What's the story?
So, uh, I guess we'll take it back a little bit. I mean, my mother was a drug addict. I never met my biological father, and I grew up just being taken from my family, from my mother, like in and out of different people's houses, with no real sense of stability. So I really didn't know what was going to happen that day. Every single day was different. Um, and eventually, getting into my early teenage years, I started rebelling and following in my mother's footsteps. Like from what I learned from my role models, which was my mother, was like, yeah, it's acceptable to run from your problems. It's acceptable to get high, and it's acceptable to not take responsibility. So with that role model, I mean, I was just doing all the wrong things, and then 14 years old, my mother ended up taking her life.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
My mother took her life when I was 14, and I just spiraled down in my life, bro. Like I really like I thought I was in a low moment because I was homeless. Me and my mother were homeless, and we were staying in hotel rooms like that we were about to get kicked out of because we didn't have money to afford them. I started my freshman year, bro, homeless in a hotel room with my mom, ditching. I didn't even show up the first day.
Yeah.
Like I showed up like 2 weeks later, ditching class, drinking alcohol with my mom. Just to remind you, I'm 14 at the time too. And my mom actually gave me my first tattoo at 14 as well. So that's where I ended up getting like the enjoyment for tattoos. But yeah, bro, 3 months into my freshman year, September 28th, my mother took her life, and I just didn't know what to do. Like I was lost, and my life just spiraled down. It just spiraled, and that led me to the moment where I lost my leg. I was just walking by some train tracks, and I tried to jump on a train while it was moving, and I was ran over by the train, bro. And I had to pull my leg out from that train while it was still going, and I was laying in the desert for up to 4 hours, bro. I mean, hours and hours, bro. I was just waiting for somebody to find me. And I tell people all the time. I said it was daytime when I was ran over by the train, and I watched the sunset, knowing that I probably wasn't gonna make it out. And for some reason, I did. Somebody found me, and I was just like on my last breath, like really just like waiting for somebody to find me with no hope. And 6 years later, here I am, bro.
Jeez, man.
Yeah,
That's 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 a lot to unpack.
it is. It is. And like, it's so easy to say because I've told the story so many times, but it's like, it's kind of like that simple, like that's what happened, but there's just so much more depth to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can go day by day by day on like the struggles it was. The day I lost my leg, the day after that, every single day up to like today. You know what I mean? Like there's so much depth to it, but it's just like, bro, I got through so many hard moments that like, of course I have to push myself every single day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot to unpack. And you, bro, you are a straight warrior, dog.
Yeah.
And even at that moment, man, like that was your mother telling you like, hey, Sky, get up, you
Yeah.
got this. Like having someone to come like get you like out of the blue. Like who was it? Was it paramedics? Or the police? Was
It was somebody working at the train station at the time. I think they were just doing either like a smoke break or a routine check. Um, Either that or it was coming to the end of their shift. Whatever the case was, some guy would just ended up popping outside to step by the train tracks. And once I heard it, and I was like, this is my only chance. So I was like yelling for like my life, like dear life, top of my lungs, like hoping he would hear me. And then I see the flashlight, and then once I see the flashlight, like I'm waving my arms around because I'm laying on the ground, bro. Like I can't just get up, and I'm waving my arms around, like trying to get him to come here. And I mean, he's following my voice, and then he found me, bro. And like after he found me, like it's like a little glimpse of memory, like he found me, I blacked out, and then I remember like the police flashing my eyes to check if I was alive, and then like from that moment I woke up in the hospital the next day, like not knowing like what I did with myself, you know.
wow. it's crazy because within yourself, you always feel like you go through the most.
Yeah.
You always feel like you go through the most. I feel like, oh my gosh, man, my life was just so crazy.
Yeah.
Or not even crazy. It was just,
You feel like you're the only one going through what you're going
yeah,
through.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like worse. Like I always feel like my life was more worse than everybody because a certain time period, like that's what it was during the time.
Yeah.
But just from hearing that, man, it's like, oh wow, it's like, sometimes Jeremiah, you gotta just appreciate, what you do have in front of you, regardless of what your life was looking like during that time. Because I don't know what I would have done if I were you, Scott. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I know,
I
man.
don't know what I would have done.
I hear that all the time too.
And that's the honest truth because so disclaimer, like I smile a lot whenever people like tell me things like this because I try to hide my emotions. I'm a big crier. I'm not gonna lie, I'm
Yeah.
a big crier. So I try to hide it sometimes. And what that is like, I know as a young man, sons, especially sons of a mother, that take care of us, that provide us, that brought us here. That's more than just our mother, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's our first connection. So, man, like just being 14 years old. I mean, what time did you say? How old did you say you lost your mom?
14. Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know. That's high school. I wouldn't know what I would have done.
Yeah, bro.
I wouldn't know what I would have done.
Yeah. And I mean, that's like a whole reason that like I spiraled, bro. Because like, obviously, like we know what you did. I mean, I wasn't the one that found her, but she, I don't even know how to say this PG-13, but like, it involves a rope and it involves tying it, you know. And I remember like going through our messages and like her blaming me, being like, "You're the reason why I want to do this to myself. You're the reason why I don't have a life anymore." And like, nobody should go through that, bro. Like your parents should be your number one supporter. So like having those messages as proof of like what she did, even though as 14, you cannot be directly responsible for anybody choosing to take that path in their life, or at least ending that path in their life. You can't be responsible for that. But at 14, what do you know? You're just this emotion, like you're just stepping foot into puberty. Your emotions are all over the place. Your hormones are going crazy. Like, of course, I'm going to believe what my mom told me,
Yeah.
So I spiraled in my drug addiction. I was taking a handful of pills. I was stealing pills from my grandmother. And when I stole her pills, I just got them from the street, and I was just like, honestly, I'm just so lucky to have not got anything laced or like any bad fake prescriptions. Like I just didn't care, I wanted to lose myself as much as my mom lost herself because I felt like I was the reason. And that's the whole thing that led up to me trying to like jump on the train was like, I'm just going to run away from my problems. That's all I've ever been taught. That's all I know. And after that, like, and it wasn't like right after I lost my leg, like it took 3 years for me to actually get clean, like I'm drug free. I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't even drink coffee, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm like completely like drug free. And it took 3 years to get there, and now I'm 3 years sober. So 6 years since I lost my leg. The first 3 years, bro, I just didn't do anything. This is during COVID, during 2020. I lost my leg. So the fact that I made it here is a blessing to me, bro. Like, honestly, sometimes I surprise myself. Sometimes I'm like, how did I even make it through, bro? And then like I pick myself up. I'm like, well, I made it this far, so whatever I'm facing now, it's like it's on to the next because I know I'm gonna get through it. I know inevitably I will get through it.